It takes quite a brain to look at Elon Musk and say evil. And this magazine does this. This is the New Republic, that Elon is evil. That takes quite a brain. He's a guy who has done nothing to most people. I mean, his cars contain precious metals that sometimes involve child labor. Child labor is evil. Elon Musk should work to eliminate that. And a lot of his products are made in China, and China, the Chinese Communist Party, is evil. The Chinese people aren't, but the Chinese Communist Party is. And then if he's evil, then so is everything that you're wearing on your body is probably made in China. So you're wearing evil sneakers and evil underwear. And every business that does anything in China is then evil. And any business that uses precious metals is also equally evil. Now, Elon Musk has become evil in the minds of people, of course, because Elon Musk has no longer decided to serve the powers in D.C. by being as censorious as they had been. Twitter still censors, and Twitter X still censors. And look, I admit that I have a thing against Twitter because they stole 120,000 followers from me, and I became radically shadow banned. I am so shadow banned. So yeah, that bothers me, because it affects this our ability to spread God's word through that platform, and it affects my income, frankly. So yeah, I have a little bit of umbrage I take. So I could look at Elon Musk and say, he's evil, he did that to me. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know about my situation. It's another thing to look at him and go, dang, you're stupid. You are one of the stupidest billionaires in the world. You are the stupidest guy worth $50 billion I've ever seen. You're so dumb. It's just, and you could say, well, what? Show that he's dumb. Well, he's just stupid. So we're going to check this guy's work, and we'll start with the writer's resume. Or let me say it this way, his curriculum vitae. I'll give you his CV straight from LinkedIn, and you can decide, first of all, is this a guy we trust to determine if Elon Musk is deeply stupid in addition to being evil? And that, we'll have to put on our strong thinking caps for that one. So maybe get up, stretch the hammies. A lot of times when you're going to think, stretch the lats, get a good lat stretch in, something like that. Maybe reverse stretch the wrist muscles, or simply take stock of your own body. What age are you, and how long do you want to live, and how long do you want to be useful? How long do you want to be useful? How long do you want to be able to do the things you like to do? That's a serious question for you. You're going to live to be 77 or 87, whatever. I don't want to live past 64. That's me. I'm not going to kill myself. I would never do that. That's stealing from God. I just have no interest in being 65. I'm hoping God will take me home before then. And by the way, why do Christians fear death? Don't we want to go to Jesus? I don't get that thing. Why wouldn't we want to go? But you all have useful life. So do you want to be useful up to the moment you die, or would you prefer to be in bed a lot longer? So one of the things you can do to be useful before you die is sustain the muscle that you have now, or even grow some. And it doesn't need to be about going and being nutty in the gym like I am at my age. There's a little hack. Super, super easy. It's called Masszymes. You go to bioptimizers.com/Todd. You get 10% off this product. It produced, according to a test at Berkshire National University, people who took it produced in their bodies 1,200% more amino acids in their bodies. Amino acids, and particularly branch chain aminos, you know what they do? They make proteins. What does protein make? It makes muscle. What does muscle do? It sustains you for being useful physically as long as possible, being able to do things you like to do, and being able to defend yourself and walk on your own and do things on your own. So get this product. Go to bioptimizers.com/Todd. You get 10% off all their products there, including Masszymes. Stop getting ripped off. Get more nutrition out of the very food you eat every single day. bioptimizers.com/Todd. So let's go through the curriculum vitae of Alex Shepard. He's a staff writer at the New Republic. Oberlin College, got it, New York City. He's got 500 connections, 668 followers. So I'll go through his employment history here. He was a staff writer at the New Republic. That's for the past 9 years and 3 months. And hold on, I'm looking at his, wait, so then, oh, hold on. So then he was in Oberlin College, 2005 through 2009. And then there was a 6-year gap where nothing happened on his curriculum vitae. Then he became a New Republic staff writer, and he's remained a staff writer for a decade, plus 3 months, at the New Republic. I don't know that, I mean, I'm not saying that writers are stupid people. Generally, they're not. But I don't, maybe that's not, I don't know that makes you the guy who gets to call Elon Musk a stupid idiot. Maybe. Let's just read his work, and maybe he sees something we don't see. In one sense, Elon Musk has gotten exactly what he wanted. For all his talk about free speech, his primary motivation for sinking $44 billion into buying Twitter last year was clearly an unquenchable desire to be the center of attention. Wait, does he back this up? Wait, so that's an assertion, but does he provide evidence for that? It would be deeply stupid to make a statement like that and not provide evidence, but I don't see any evidence. Maybe it's later in the piece. That Twitter, now named X, for reasons only Musk really understands, is now teetering on the brink of collapse and worth less than half of the world's second richest man what he paid for it is funny. It elicits deserved schadenfreude, that is, to take joy at the misery of others. Musk entered Twitter's office carrying a sink, a terrible joke, and one of his better ones. Who says it's terrible? And who says it's on the brink of collapse? Let's see what they say, whether you're going to go to, or Reuters. U.S. ad revenues at Musk's X declined each month since takeover. Data. Okay, but what about the membership revenue? What about the fact that Elon Musk has people paying for social media and he's the only one who has that? What about the fact that Elon Musk has already told us why X? Because he wants to have a payment system X. He wants Twitter to be able to be a payment system. What about the fact that Twitter is now producing videos that are seen 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 times more than NBC News? What about that? The ad revenue decline was an organized attack against Twitter by people who are in fact evil, who hate free speech. And this is a writer who is against a guy who has made Twitter much more of a free speech place. If you're a writer and you're against free speech, I have news for you. That Oberlin College thing that you had, that didn't do you a lot of good because you didn't realize that writers are one of the few professions actually protected by the First Amendment. First Amendment applies to everybody, not just writers, but it protects you from people being able to say, hey, you can't write that, Alex Shepard. I mean, maybe he gets later on into this. Maybe there's some reasons that he discloses. Musk has insisted again that he bought Twitter to save it from itself and the platform's become too restrictive and that to become a true digital town square where the best ideas rise to the top, it needed to welcome everyone. It's now abundantly clear that Musk's real intention is and always has been to put his thumb on the scale, to elevate his own hateful views about, in no particular order, liberals, the media, diversity, equity, inclusion programs, so-called trans people, and liberal Jews. Is there evidence for this? I'm going to keep scanning, looking for evidence. Here's an interview where Elon said things. Is there evidence? X is hanging on by a thread. After waves of layoffs, there's seemingly no one left minding the store. Where's the evidence for this? You can have declining revenue when you decline the number of people who work there because they're not providing a return you need. That's exactly what Elon Musk did. So when revenues go down and you don't have as many people, guess what? You can bring profits up. And Elon doesn't have to tell us that because it's his company. But he's evil. What if I could provide evidence to the contrary? Like just with a video. Just one. We can. We played this earlier in the week, but it applies here. This is a North Carolina state highway patrolman. He is thankful to Elon Musk for something. Elon was prevented, and he's got the video to prove it. He's got his staff reports to prove it from Starlink staff saying they're not letting us deploy Starlink so people can have comms. He argued with Alejandro Mayorkas, the impeached in the House but not convicted in the Senate, corrupt boss man of the Department of Homeland Security, who is, in fact, stupid and evil. And we've done enough shows on that. I don't feel I need to prove that here. But let's watch this officer thanking a certain company so that he can keep in touch with his convoy. Here it is.
What I'm trying to do is get the Starlink into them, just because I want to make a point that they're literally the only reason that we can connect with our convoy is because we've got a Starlink sitting in the window.
And they're just driving through ruin. Cop car after cop car after cop car wouldn't be able to communicate with one another without Elon Musk. So from this guy's curriculum vitae, or rather his resume, or lack thereof, to his own writing, a man who took time to say that the richest man in the world, perhaps one of the richest men in the world, is vitally stupid, that falls apart. The evil part, completely subjective. But then again, this guy has nothing to say about the evil of quashing free speech. One of the key changes Musk made when he took over Twitter was to open the hood up to show that the government is and was demanding censorship from social media companies. If you're a writer and you don't understand that censorship never stops, it's a hunger that can never be satiated to control what other people say, I would ask Alex Shepard to be introspective for a moment. Are you in the right profession? Maybe you should seek work as a censor.